So, we finished World 6 and we climb all the way up to World 1. This is the last world of Braid and it's also the shortest one, at least the first couple levels. This first level is very nice. You don't jump in the beginning, you just wait for a second and then you jump and you're just fine, like that. I'm not even going to go through that again. Now you want to stand, you kind of see the background here, you see the clouds that are kind of sucking up air. You want to stand on the second one and you should be just fine. You only need one Goomba to pull this one off. So right now what I'm doing now is just killing time. This is not what I'm doing now, is you don't have to do, you can just wait on top here. Just wait on top. You see the second cloud there that's sucking up air. As the Goomba is touching the right part of this cloud, when it's coming back like here, this is when you want to jump. There we go, I was a little bit late. And you have another cloud sucking up air here, and it's showing you where the Goombas will come. And you need 2 Goombas for this one. Well, you don't, but you should get two Goombas, just be safe. You don't lose any time for that. You want to stand like about here, and as soon as this Goomba leaves the ground, like right on top of that black line, that's when you want to jump on top of him, like there. And if you've done this right, you should be able to pull this one off, and that just demands some practice. And you have the same timing for when to hit this Goomba. Okay, here's the last level. I'm going to show you how to get the alternative exit. There's a lot of films actually explaining this part, so if I don't explain this one well, you can probably find some other films explaining this part, because everyone wants to get the alternative ending without having to actually get all the stars. So right now you just have to kill time, or you just have to wait. But this is the position you want to stand in, and he's going to jump 3 times, 2 and 3, and this one's going to fall. And as soon as it's in this position you want to jump, or just a tad earlier. I jump a little bit late, but it's no biggie. You don't have to get any speed boosts here, because you have to wait for the princess to hit the lever anyway, and the princess is pretty well timed. Like, ouch, you can't provoke her movements much by your movements, so this first part doesn't really matter how fast you do it, really. We have recently discovered this. We thought we could adjust this, but we couldn't. The task does this part ridiculously slow, and he still catches up. Like, it doesn't matter, because actually mostly because this green plant right here is timed. This one is independent of the levers and the princess. It looks like she puts it down, but she doesn't. Now you want to stand right after the first brick that you see on the ground here, this position on the ground. And as soon as this plant gets swallowed by the fire, or almost is swallowed by the fire, you start moving to the right. You get a nice clearance here. You want to stand just right of this grass knoll right here. And as soon as the princess is in this position, right before this crack, you start running. And you try and jump. Okay, so let me just repeat that. So you stand here, as he's swallowed by the flames, you go, you wait right after the grass knoll, and she has a crack she's approaching. As soon as she is right before that crack, she's on right now, the crack that doesn't go through the brick completely, that's when you start to run. And you want to get an air jump here. Like, see, that's quite a bit of air jump. And as soon as you land, you go for another jump, but you have to get this precisely. This is a jump you have to do precisely. You can't just jump before you land. And you don't want to hit your head in the ceiling like that. You want to go more like this. Like that is, you just want to graze the head or not hit it at all. And then there's a green thingy here, right here on the ground. You want to jump on that one. To get it, you must get a corner boost for this one. I miss it. So what I usually do, if I miss it, is I try and adjust in air to get it. And I still can't get it, so I have to retry it. So there we go. No, can't get it. Adjust in air. No, that's not good enough. So I failed this one quite a bit now. Got to get this corner boost, and okay, that was the right one, and it's a nice corner boost. If you get the corner boost right, you should be in front of the princess. And also, as soon as you land from the corner boost, you have to jump at least twice to maintain the speed from the corner boost, or else this won't work. So I just keep jumping, because I know if I've done the right corner boost, I will land on top here as I keep jumping, because sometimes you get a weak corner boost and it looks like it's the right one, but then when you keep jumping, you just crash into the side of this step instead of landing on top of it, and then you know you did it wrong. Okay, so you want to also here, you want to climb a little bit before you jump, or you're just going to bounce right up again. And you want to make sure you don't hit your head just like I did right there. You see, I hit my head right here because I was so eager to go right. You don't want that to happen. So you want to adjust that, and then you should be able to clear that cannonball. And that's the whole purpose of it, is to clear this cannonball. This one needs to be cleared. If you can clear that, and you don't want to get, like, sometimes you clear the cannonball, but you hit your head on the ceiling and you kind of get stuck a little. You don't want that to happen. If you hit your head on the ceiling and get a speed boost, that's perfect, but you don't want to get stuck. And you keep bunny jumping, and you run a little bit because you want to get a high jump on this ladder. You want to move as little to the left as possible for this switch. Like, all of this is very precisely timed. So you want to just, like that. That was almost not good. But like, let's look at that again. Like, turn around really fast, like that. And then you want to start moving right as you're falling down here. As you're falling down, move right a little bit. No, you don't want to hit your head, but you want to just get started. And also here, this is important. You double jump. You don't start to climb until you're on the very top of your jump peak, almost. Climbing these vines in the right way is also important. You want to just go on top here and you want to jump down, moving right. Don't want to hit your head. That one's pretty perfect. You jump again and you climb like that. You gotta climb just like that. Just look at the climbing. This is how you have to do it. It's important. Just like that. This is how you want to climb these vines. And then you can try and get this speed boost, but if you done the vines correctly and you got the switch correctly, you don't need the speed boost. And this speed boost is hard to get, so that's why you want to do that. Now you can get on top of this guy, and that's the point of the whole trick. 3 bounces, pull the switch, and just land right away and just do a jump like that, and you should be fine. So let's look at that. Look at the climbing again. The climbing is important. Like that. That's pretty much a perfect climb. You want to hug the walls. You want to get right as soon as possible. You don't want to do any. You want to get it tight, like really tight. Yeah, I hit the head there, but that doesn't matter. As long as I clear the Goombas, it doesn't matter if I slow down there. This jump too isn't necessary. Just do it to show off. Now what you want to do, the purpose of everything, is to get in front of this plant right here. Perfect. I got in front of it. Now I have to wait for this next plant. I'm a little bit anxious. And now this is the chandelier trick. And this is what you got to do. You got to stand in this position right here. Just memorize that position. That's where you have to stand. Well, I don't think you have to, but it's a good place to stand. Now, the flames will tell you when to jump. You want to jump, like you see the flames now? They're about to touch this plant coming up. You want to jump not when it touched it, but right after, or else you're screwed. You want to, that's where you want to jump. This is the position you want to jump in. You don't want to, let me show you that. You do not want to, you don't jump here. If you jump here, you're screwed. You want to jump here, then you're fine. That's very, very precise. Because if you jump too early, you will jump through the chandelier instead of on it, like I'm doing right now. The princess will blow up and you will be stuck here. You won't be able to get out. You will stand on the ground and you'll be stuck. Completely stuck. I promise you. I've done it before and it's not fun. So you want to get this jump right. So jump as, just look at when I jump compared to the flames. I jump now. Then you can start moving. You can start climbing to the left, go up the ladder and climb to the left more. It's kind of hard to do when you can't see anything, but you'll get used to it. Just don't jump. Whatever you don't jump. Because if you're not climbing right because you can't see anything and you jump, you fall down and then you're stuck again. So now I can jump because I see I'm safe. And now you just run to the left. And this part is just running. Very boring actually. You just run. And this is pretty much it. Like the rest is just easy peasy. The run is pretty much over now. Like there is very little you can do now to make sure your time gets any better. I try to get some head boosts and do some fancy stuff, but there's really very little you can do. But the time isn't over until the epilogue is over, so let me just show you the epilogue. If you do this strategy perfectly, you save about 40 to 45 seconds. So you have a lot of time to mess around and get this strategy right and still save time. You gotta remember that you want to get these jumps right and don't fall down here again because you cannot rewind time anymore. As soon as the princess blows up, the ability to rewind time stops. You jump and bam, and now you cannot rewind time anymore. It's impossible. So you don't want to mess anything up now. Oh, that was a little too far. Okay, so here we go. Epilogue. You just fall down, hold right. No biggie. You want to jump here. You want to turn around early so you don't walk longer than you need to. I usually try to jump there and get a nice thing. You can try and get a speed boost here, but there's very little you can do in this level to get your time any better. There's a couple of places that are slightly going up and down there. You can jump to like get a little bit of boost here and there, like there. And also here is actually going down a little bit, but it's very hard to see. This is mostly the story mode. You want to make sure you jump between these two books and just keep jumping so you get that right. And right right between the two last boxes there, you want to jump to get a head boost down. And that's it. That's how you speedrun Braid. Thank you for watching. I will be making some videos on how to do some of these strategies more casually, and I will add some captions, or what? No, it's not called captions. The YouTube thing you can put on that I never put on, so you can click to the casual ones when those levels come. But I will probably do that later. Thank you for watching.